Welcome to episode number 8 of 718 Sports. We are joined by my yogurt feasting best pitcher in all of baseball, number 6,
Love it. Love it.
IRP. He's wearing the Dodgers blue. He's wearing a golf shirt. He's locked in. He's eating that
Got to
yogurt.
match, Yeah. Feeling baby blue today.
Gotta match. Gotta match, brother. Opening day is tomorrow. Holy shit. Opening day is tomorrow. Um, it is so exciting. It is so exhilarating. It is so fantastic to see baseball's back. Because not only is baseball back, but spring is back. Days at the ballpark are back. Uh, Peanuts, Cracker Jacks, hot dogs, watching games, watching the Yankees win. Days like that are on the horizon. Super exciting, super fantastic. And I can't wait to talk about it more and more with my excellent co-host right here. But we still have one division left. We still have the National League West, which is arguably one of the best divisions in sports. I think the NL East and the AL East are a little tougher in my opinion, but the NL West comes a close third place. We got some really strong powerhouse teams. Realistically, I could say four, maybe three of these teams have a real shot of winning the division this season. But that being said, how are you, Isaiah?
I mean, I'm loving this yogurt right now. I love this hat, this Dodgers hat. I love this division. Especially after last year with the Diamondbacks, this is a really exciting division. It's here to add more pieces. Oh my God. Yeah, Yamamoto. I'm gonna say someone else's name. Yamamoto, Imanaga. There's so many fun pieces on these teams. They're really exciting to watch. I love maybe except the Rockies, but I love all these teams.
Yeah,
Blake Snell's in the NL West too. Everybody's there.
there's a lot of excellent teams. There's a lot of talent. There's a new recent free agent uh, signings
Two recent free agents
today.
last 2 weeks.
Um, you got the D-backs signing Jordan Montgomery, and then you got the Giants coming out of nowhere really and signing Blake Snell. So that's super, super, super exciting. Uh, Obviously, there's one team I think that really has no shot. This is insane to look at. Before we do anything, let's just say the Colorado Rockies are going to be in fifth place. Can we just both agree on that?
I think we can agree on that to start. We want to start off right now with Colorado Rockies at 5.
The Colorado Rockies are one of the most embarrassing sports franchises in all sports. They literally have a 0.0% chance of winning the division, according to Fangraphs, which is pretty insane. More statistically, their projected win is, so they're projected to go 61 and 99 or 61 and 100, I guess, which is pretty awful. 0%, literally a 0 point. There's literally no chance they're going to win the division, which is crazy to me. Obviously, I think anything could happen, but don't bet on the Rockies ever. They're going to be a terrible team. They're going to be a rough. I don't even think I can name like 5 players in the Rockies. Is Charlie Blackmon still there?
Yes, somehow he is still there.
Yeah.
I have a teammate who was a big Rockies fan, and he gives me all the Rockies inside scoops. And surprisingly, Charlie Blackmon is still there, but he's just not playing the outfit anymore.
No. I wouldn't imagine he would. Probably a DH kind of situation, I would imagine.
Hmm.
So the Rockies are going to finish in fifth place. There's no shot of them winning anything in the next 2 or 3 years. Obviously, you got to look at their farm system and look more into what's going on with them before you worry about anything this season. Worry about building the future. If you got a good player now, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Just see what you got.
Yeah, I agree with you. They're going to be fifth place. That I think they won't lose 100 games. They're probably going to lose around 80 to 90. I think 80 is a stretch for them too, but nothing crazy.
But yeah,
They
here's the
have zero
thing.
pitching. Yeah, they have zero pitching. I can't even actually. They did have a reliever make the All-Star team last year, I think, because every team needs one All-Star. But zero pitching. They have nobody. They have no bullpen, no starters, and because Colorado, it's so much harder to pitch there. They haven't had really good pitching in. I can't remember that.
Ever.
Randy Johnson was
Yeah,
he on? Was he on the Rockies?
I think he was.
Right.
Yeah.
I think. Hopefully, I'm not tweaking, but they have no pitching, nothing exciting. They do have a decent. They do people better on. They did have their rookie get a Gold Glove last year. I'm blanking on his name, but he did win a Gold Glove. They just signed one of their top prospects to, I believe, a 7-year deal. So they're making some interesting moves. They have a decent farm system. I'll say decent. It's okay. Nothing crazy. I think there's a lot of teams that have better farm systems, but it's okay. It's something that can work forward. They're doing better than I would say probably Oakland, but that's really it. Maybe Anaheim, but Anaheim has Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Can't expect anything from them. I mean, I think we should just move on to the top four because that's just really going to get interesting. Because as you said, Colorado is nothing special, won't do much, and we know they're not one of the hardest divisions in baseball. So I think let's go to the top four. You want to go number four? Who do you have?
This is a tough because it's between two teams. But I'm going to go ahead and say the Padres are going to finish in fourth place. And this is only because of the team ahead of them, really what's going on. Padres, obviously, they lose on Juan Soto. They get a haul for Juan Soto, really just for 1 year of Juan Soto. Kyle Higashioka's in that lineup. I believe, is Drew Thorpe still on the Padres? I don't think he is anymore. I believe he
He
got.
got sent to Chicago for Keys.
Oh,
See,
right. They signed Keys, which is a big signing. Like, that's a good signing for them. I don't know. The Padres are so hit or miss, and recently they've been missing. They're you know what I see them as? I see them as the Toronto Blue Jays sometimes. I get
hmm,
shade of the Blue Jays because Vlad is supposed to be that leader, that stud who's supposed to carry the team, and so is Tatis Jr., and they haven't really been doing that great of a job. They still got Xander Bogaerts on their team. They still got Manny Machado. They still got some great players. There's nothing wrong with having great players, but it just seems they're in a really weird position right now where no one really knows what they're doing. Are they trying to sell? Are they trying to trade up? Because you get rid of Juan Soto, who's literally one of the best players in all of baseball, and then you bring in Dylan Cease. So it's like, what is the kind of the thought
yeah,
process there? It doesn't really make much sense. But you know what? I also see them a little bit. I get shades of Brooklyn Nets with them a little bit, like a lot of talk and not a lot of action. And obviously, I want them to perform well. They're a good clubhouse, they're a great team. But they lost Bob Melvin, which I think is a pretty interesting situation to take place because Bob Melvin is a well-respected, well-known manager, and even he couldn't do that. So now there's a lot of what is, and I feel like again, the Padres are one of these teams where they can have a really good season. They could win the division. I'm not saying they can't. I could see them winning the division, and they went to the NLCS 2 years ago. I mean, they're a good team. Or they could also just have a rough season where they finish with 65, even 70 wins if we're really pushing it. So I'm gonna have the Padres at number four.
yeah. I mean, honestly, this is gonna be weird because I did not think you had them there. I thought this would be very separate, but as you said, any team could win the division. I don't think it's gonna be the Padres. As you said, they did get a haul back from Soto. They traded their top pitching prospect, and I really love Cease. I think he's a great pitcher. I'm big AL Central fan. He was not that great last year. Very big, very noticeable off year. And I mean, they need him back now because their pitching staff, while it is good, it's old. Michael King, I wasn't a big Michael King fan. I heard a lot from Yankees fans like you, like a bunch of friends, how good Michael King was and how much Yankees fans were sad to see him go. But Darvish, I still like Darvish. I still like Musgrove. Those are two older guys. They couldn't re-sign Hader. The bullpen's a little. I think they got Michael Waka this offseason. I believe so. Like they're getting veterans. Like they're not really getting what I thought. I mean, as you said, like they need the leadership from Tatis. Like look at the stat. Like I believe everybody but two starters on the team for their opening day lineup. Sorry, I'm burping. We're all shortstop at some point. Everyone except for like the left fielder, which I think is Profar, and their catcher were all shortstops, which reminds me of Houston Astros actually. Um, Unlike some other teams, like Houston did that, revolutionized that with like Bregman, like all these players. But I mean, San Diego hasn't done anything. They have Machado, who's still amazing, who probably would end up being a Hall of Fame player. Hasn't done anything. His best season probably since his honestly MVP year, but his peak year was in LA. Tatis had the PED year. He's good, but he's not amazing. Bogarts is on the downfall a little bit. Hey, Song Kim had a great year last year. He's a great year this year, but I think they're proud Jackson Mariel. They have a great prospect in I believe Ethan Elias. He's going to be a stud when he comes up to the league, but he's 18. Like this team's going to be weird. I like Cronenworth too. They have a good team. Nothing special. Higashioka, like they have a decent team. I think they're going to win a lot of games. I think it's going to be a very competitive division. I can see them going 500 and then being in fourth place. Like they're gonna. It's a hard place to say because they're not really 2 years away, but they're not really rebuilding. They're in a weird spot of like we're just there, but we're not there enough. And I mean, it's gonna be a disappointing year. I think they didn't do enough in free agency. the team looked fine in their Seoul series, but nothing special out of them. I have them in fourth place too.
Interesting. And it's funny because technically the season has started with the NL West. The Dodgers are 1-1, and so are the Padres. So it's kind of an interesting look. I mean, I didn't realize the Seoul series was a regular season game until it happened. I'm like, wait a second. Like it's actually regular. This is regular season baseball. So technically, we've already had some, regular season baseball take place, but it's really going to start off tomorrow, with the Mets and was it the Marlins tomorrow? Mets and Marlins, or maybe it's the
You're
Brewers.
asking the wrong guy. I'm not a big Mets guy, so I can't really tell you that.
Let's see. The Mets are playing. I was right. They're playing the Brewers. That's going to be an interesting game, actually. 105. I think it's
Battle of
supposed to
the
rain. It's supposed
Bums.
to rain in the Northeast tomorrow too, so that's going to be great.
Damn,
Um,
that's gonna be amazing.
Third place. Ooh, this
Me?
gets tough. You
Can I
know,
start this one up? I have a
go for it. You have a little hot take.
dude. Not really hot take. I think it's gonna be San Fran. I think San Fran has made all the right moves this year. I don't think it's enough. I think they made all the right moves. They signed Snell to a cheap deal, cheaper than he wanted. Same thing with Chapman. So they got two guys who are very hit or miss, I would say. Chapman was the first half MVP last year, second half wasn't. Snell had a great Cy Young year. Year before that was very off and on. So I think they got two guys who are very hit or miss. When they hit, they're MVP and Cy Young caliber. When they miss, they're bad. But I mean, I like that team. They moved away from Brandon Crawford, so it is a little sad, but because I would say he's a veteran presence. He's the Joey Votto of San Fran. But I believe it's Luciano, amazing prospect they're going to bring up. They have a good farm system. They have, I believe, two top pitchers. They have a Logan Webb, who I think will start over Blake Snell. They have a really solid team. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. They're going to win a decent amount of games. I could see them buying out the trade deadline and getting a guy like maybe Willie Adames or Pete Alonso to booster that lineup. I mean, I'm really excited to see them. I drove by their stadium in the summer, and it's a really nice, fun place to play. I love how you can hit the home run into the water. I think it's gonna, especially with Snell and Chapman, are bringing a lot of fans. They're gonna win a lot of games. I could see them winning about maybe 90 games, which is it is crazy. I think it is crazy, but I could see them winning 85, 90 games. I could see them being a wild card team, and I really like that team. I could totally see them winning a lot of games and coming in second or first place. But they're gonna be really fun. They have a bright future ahead. They made great moves this offseason, and I'm really excited for them.
Try to be bold.
Be bold, please.
This is crazy bold, but I'm going to do it. Dodgers third place finish. Dodgers third place finish.
Tell
I'm
me
telling
why. I'm
you,
I'm confused. Tell me.
they're going to sell. They're going to sell. They're not. Look at Yamamoto. Not a great start. Otani's dealing with some issues already. The drama has already begun. Last season, they did not perform well in the playoffs. They signed Will Smith today, actually, on like a 10-year extension. I don't care how
10-year
much talent
140.
they have. I understand how they have a lot of talent, but Yamamoto has already not looked great. You got Otani dealing with whatever he's dealing with right now. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of nonsense, and that doesn't matter. All that matters is, ooh, here's the thing, right? This team really gives me Brooklyn Nets vibes, and it's gonna collapse, and it's gonna be in their face. And I think it's gonna happen in the regular season rather than the playoffs necessarily. I think the Dodgers are going to be a good team. In all likelihood, I think they're going to win the division. But I want to be bold. I want to be crazy. I want to be bold. And I think the Dodgers are a team that's really going to mess this one up. They've been doing it consistently for years. I know you're wearing that Dodgers blue right now, but I don't really care all that much. I think this is a team that I just have a real gut feeling that they're not going to somehow succeed this year. And it's not because of hate. It's not because I don't like the Dodgers. It's not because I don't like Otani. It's all because of just a pure gut instinct. And these gut instincts are real for me. You know what I mean? Excuse me. There's a lot I've seen from them already. Just not great. They're
You've
coming
seen
off a
two
bad
games.
year.
I think what you're doing right now is you're trying to make a soundbite for TikTok because that is a horrible take. I want to move to number two because I want to tell you how bad this is. I wonder who your number two is. I'm wondering in the division, but I think you could actually no. You go number two. You can go first, but the Dodgers are the best team in the MLB right now as of today.
On
They've the best
paper. On paper.
on paper, yeah. But I mean, Yamamoto pitched one game. You're telling me Garrett Cole didn't have one bad start last year?
He got shelled. Shelled. He got shelled. Garrett Cole has bad
Exactly.
games. Doesn't matter.
Exactly. So did Yamamoto. And the Otani stuff will blow over. I think that take is for TikTok. There's no way deep down in your heart you believe the Dodgers will come in third place. The Dodgers, as you said, are not really a playoff team as of late. They did win a World Series more than the Yankees. They have lost the last couple years, but they're dominant regular season. I believe they've been top three. Well, it's not hard to be top three, but I believe they're top one or two for wins every year. I think they were number one 2 years ago. Last year was Atlanta. But I mean, come on, like that team is insanely good.
Let me look
But
at the
I'll
hold on,
stop
hold
there.
on,
You continue
hold on.
talking. I'll stop and
Let me
hear
look at
whatever you have to say.
let me look at their playoff stats the past 2 years, right? 2020, 2023, lose to the Diamondbacks, swept in the NLDS. 2022, lost to the Padres in the NLDS. Doesn't matter. They're trending down. That dynasty that they had, that Mickey Mouse bubble they had in 2020, they're trending downwards. It's getting worse and worse. And I understand how baseball fans like you feel, how bye. It doesn't matter. They're the best team on paper. Doesn't matter to me. If you can't perform consistently and Dave Roberts is not proven to be a great manager for this team, in my opinion, I think there's a lot that could go wrong here. I think this take might blow up in my face, as a very real possibility. But I want to be bold, damn it. I want to be bold. And so with number 2, I have the Arizona Diamondbacks finishing in second place. And I know he's freaking out a little bit, but the Diamondback, okay, you gotta admit, the Diamondbacks will finish in second place. Like you think, like even it doesn't matter who's first or third, they'll finish second. Can you agree with me at least on this?
I'm not talking to you right now. I'll wait till it's my time to talk. You just see what you have to say.
He's so upset.
This is
Diamondbacks,
insane. This is
obviously,
insane.
they had Jordan Montgomery. They're a strong powerhouse team. They got Corbin Carroll there. They're looking great. They're looking fantastic. D-backs going to finish second place. I feel really comfortable with picking the Diamondbacks to be a sleeper team in the playoffs. I think they're going to be that kind of team again as they were last year. I think they went to the World Series last year. They went to the World Series last year. That's something. Got to be something. Yeah, sure they lost, but still, they got a lot of great guys, a lot of great talented players. It's really exciting to watch this Diamondbacks team. I think they realistically could win 100+ games this year.
Is my turn to talk now?
The floor is yours.
Dude, I can't. I can't. I agree with you. The Diamondbacks number two. Whatever you're gonna say number one, you need to like say the word of God. I need to know why you have the Giants winning, but I agree with you. I think out of any team in the NL West, the only team that could beat the Dodgers for number one is Arizona. Arizona has gotten so much better since the World Series. They have Eduardo Rodriguez now. They have Jordan Montgomery. So they added two power lefties on it was a somewhat okay, I would say, starting rotation. It was Zach Gallen and Merrill Kelly. I think Kelly's the 3 or 4 now. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the 5. Yeah, he's the 5. They have a young pitcher, number 4. I can't remember his name. Don't hate me, but I love the D-backs. I mean, they've only gotten better. They have Jordan Lawyer coming up most likely this year. I would not be surprised if they send Jordan Lawyer away at the deadline and they get a star guy like a Pete Alonso, like a Willie Adames at the deadline. Um, but I mean, Gabriel Moreno just appeared out of nowhere for them. I remember last year everyone was like, "What are the Blue Jays just fleeced them?" Like I think they got Varsho. It was Varsho, and it might have been Varsho for Moreno and Gurriel. And Gurriel signed a deal. Gurriel was an All-Star last year. Gurriel was one of their best hitters last year. Moreno had a great year behind the plate. Did amazing in the playoffs. I mean, Corbin Carroll is still there. Ketel Marte. I'm a big Ketel Marte guy. I love the Ketel Marte in the show. Ketel Marte, I believe, has now the all-time hit record for the playoffs consecutively. That team is good. That team is really, really good. They're going to win a lot of games. I agree with you. I could see them winning 100+ games. I don't think they will. If they do, would not be shocked. But the team is a really good farm system. They're developing players really, really well. I mean, Corbin Carroll looked so composed in his first ever year, in his first ever World Series. He looked very composed. And I mean, it's only up from here from Arizona. I mean, they showed what they could do last year. I think they're going to be a better team this year. And I mean, I think I would not be surprised we're talking about this is a World Series contender, perennial contender for the next 10 years. I think they're going to be in the Braves level of how good they are. The way they're developing players, the way they're signing free agents, they're looking amazing right now.
Absolutely. So we're going to move on to the number 1 spot. Obviously, we have differing opinions on this matter, but The whole point of 718 Sports is we're trying to be bold. We gotta
We're
have one.
trying we're trying to give the people what they want.
The
Honest,
people want
true
bold
takes. The
IRP.
people don't
The
want bullshit,
people want
Miles. The
bold.
fact of the matter is that the Los Angeles Dodgers, yes, as you've brought up, they are horrible in the playoffs, but this is probably one of the best ran organizations in all of sports. The fact that yes, everybody hates them. I hate them too. Tyler Glass now looks grosser on LA than he did in Tampa Bay. And he looked grosser in Tampa Bay.
Injury prone,
You know,
injury riddled old Tyler Glass now.
you're just a
He's looking
hater.
great.
He's not that old. Yamamoto had one bad start. Otani, I don't like his deal. I think they didn't really fleece him for a deal, but they gave him a decent deal. Otani, whatever,
Otani
maybe he gave one, maybe he didn't. But when he
overpaid
gets back,
Otani. $800 million. Oh, it's almost $1 billion.
they did not give him $800 million.
Let me pull it up
Go,
right.
go, go! Check that right now. Out of
I'm
the way. I don't keep telling you to check. Their farm system is pretty good right
10
now. I
years,
think they're
$700 million contract. So 700 mil.
for how many
Still,
years?
10 years.
But again, I want to try this. I want you to show me how amazing Otani is. That Otani changed his contract to be paid cheaper now versus when he's off the team, so that they can win more games now. They have the money to afford better players. I hate it, but I love Otani for that. I respect that. And they did trade away Manuel Margot. He didn't play a single game for them, I believe. But Teoscar Hernandez, Glass now, Yamamoto. I oh my god, I can't think of the other guys they got. Oh, what's his name? Kike Hernandez. They're bringing guys that the fans love. Everyone loves Kike. Like this is gonna be. Everybody hates them. Everyone's gonna despise them, but they're gonna be a very good baseball team. I love Mookie Betts starting at shortstop now. I believe. I love Freddie Freeman. Amazing guys. Will Smith, $14 million a year for the next 10 years. I think that's a very good investment for Los Angeles. They have probably the next 5, 6 years of his peak, and then 4 years of years where he's actually worth $14 million. They have a good bullpen. Bruce Grado is still there. They develop players, so they still have Dustin May and Walker Bueller. They're gonna have Kershaw back next year, but for this year, they were gonna win at least 100 games. They should win the division. I don't think they're gonna win the World Series, but you never know. I mean, Washington won like 3, 4 years ago. Anything's possible, but this team will be the first place team in the NL West. Come back here. I see you leaving. Come back here right now. Come back here right now. The Los Angeles Dodgers will be the first place team in the NL West. Yes, it's a very basic take that everyone is making, but it is the truth. I'm helping all the bettors out there. The Dodgers will win the NL West. There's a slight chance Diamondbacks can hop in there, but I honestly don't think that anybody else can compete with them right now. With the additions they're making, it is insane. Miles, tell me why you think the Giants should win the NL West, because I need to hear this.
Now, this is the take of all takes, bro. I'm telling you. First and foremost, the Giants make one of the best decisions I think you could possibly make. You get in my opinion, the best manager in the league right now, Bob Melvin. A respected veteran. No, I was about to say umpire. Wow. Respected. I've been like the umpire
The
channel.
umpire channel got you, man.
Man, he's so awful. Got Bob Melvin, one of the most respected managers in the league, the right guy to lead this team. This is the guy that has a proven success record, even when it's not with much. Look at the Oakland A's for all those years where they were, not a great team on paper, but still managed to win a ton of games and even win the division in 2020. Then, you look, let's go through their roster a little bit. Just, I want to let you know some players. Obviously, these are not the names. These are not huge names. This is not Otani. This is not Yamamoto. This is not Mookie Betts. Doesn't matter. You got an above average rotation. I understand that Robbie Ray is on the IL. He will be back. Logan Webb, Blake Snell, Jordan Hicks, Alex Cobb. Four, in my opinion, really strong pitchers and strong enough, in my opinion, to
Let me stop you there real quick.
even win the championship. Hold on.
You're gonna put Alex Cobb in the same boat as Logan Webb.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I'm a pitcher myself, you know this. Logan Webb had a very, very dominant year last year. If that was the equivalent of like in terms of pure dominance last year in starts, I would say it was Cole and then Logan Webb. Logan Webb was dicing people. Logan Webb is one of the probably, honestly, besides Spencer Strider, the best right-handed pitcher. Go, okay, fine. Spencer Strider, Zach Wheeler, Logan Webb are the three best righties in the
And then
NL.
who else
And
did
you're
you
gonna
add?
throw
Who else did
Logan
you
Cobb
add?
in
Who
there
else
now.
did you add from the Padres, right? The Cy Young winner himself, Blake Snell. Pitching ultimately, in my opinion, wins championships. I understand you need an offense, but this team also has an offense. All right. I mean, look at this roster, right? You got you got Matt Chapman. Matt Chapman, I think, is one of the most underrated players in the league. Michael Conforto, another one of those
I
underrated
forgot
players.
they signed him.
Soler, Jorge
Forgot
Soler,
they signed him too. That was a big signing. Okay.
big signing. Jung-Hoo Lee, new signing from overseas. This is a team that really gives me a lot of Oakland A's kind of ideas to it. This is a team that is making maybe not the big names, but I think making the right moves for this clubhouse. And something about this team gives me a lot of hope. And I feel like what's going to drive this team is this team's chemistry that they're going to build this season. There's something about this roster that just makes me smile. And there's something about it that makes my heart filled with joy. Something about it just makes, and a lot of this, I understand a lot of this is gut. I understand a lot of this is just, this could all blow up in my face. I don't care. Let it blow up in my face, Isaiah. You got Thairo Estrada.
Before we finish this, I need to hear what you think their win total is going to be because you had the Diamondbacks winning about 100 games. So are you saying that the San Francisco Giants, the team that was very bad last year, okay the year before, they're going to win at least, I'll say 105 games? Is that what you're
Going
saying?
107 to 110 wins this season. Mark my words.
Are you drunk?
No.
Are you doing like any drugs like
I
that I
literally
should be
went to
knowing
practice.
about?
I had a beef brisket for dinner. I'm feeling good.
So that beef brisket was laced. Because that is the worst statement I'd ever heard. You're saying, I understand the divisions are different. I understand that. I understand the league is different. You're saying that the New York
Hold on for
Yankees,
one
your
second. Yeah.
favorite team, is not going to win as many games as the San Francisco Giants?
Hold on for a second. The San Francisco Giants and teams don't play teams in their division as much as they used to. Okay. Let's take a look at their strength of their schedule. Just below 500. So these are teams that, they're going to be better than most teams they're playing. The Giants, remember, had a bad year last year. So, you know, it's going to change. It's all going to be different. So you have to take everything with a grain of salt. Something about this team gives me a gut feeling. They're going to give me that 2020. Remember the 2021 Giants, the team that won the
I do
division?
remember that.
I
I do
think
remember that. But that was also a veteran-led team they don't have now.
really. Yeah.
Yes. All the guys, all the
Yeah.
veterans they have. I like this team. Logan Webb is probably the clubhouse leader this year because he's been there for a couple of years. He knows what he's doing. I will say,
Jordan
I
Hicks
mean,
signing too.
yeah, they do a good job with pitchers. They did do a great job with Rodon. They did do a great job with Gosman. They do very good with pitchers, but they don't really. Their bullpen's fine. Nothing crazy. That starting rotation you named, Logan Webb, Blake Snell, Jordan Hicks is okay. Cobb is fine.
Kyle
They're not like
Harrison in there too.
I don't know. I think first, I think I was being a little rude to you when I was being calling your all your amazing takes today crazy and saying that you're on drugs. Um, I think that I like that you're being bold. I think that this is too much. I think that Arizona would have been a more fair pick at first. I think that the Giants do not have the power, the firepower, especially to beat teams like Arizona and LA come down the stretch. I mean, from a pitch, at least a pitching standpoint, I would even say that the Diamondbacks are the best rotation right now, or the rotation I trust the most right now in that division. I like Glasnow, I like Yamamoto, I like Snell, I like Webb, but Gallen, Montgomery, Rodriguez, they brought in veterans. I really like Diamondbacks, and the fact that you're putting the Diamondbacks below this Giants team is insane to me. I thought you'd be a big Diamondback supporter, but I guess I was wrong.
I guess I was wrong. And, look, I want to be bold. I'm always the bold guy. I'm going to stick with this bold take. I think it's going to happen. Listen, anything could happen. I'm not going to go out and say the Rockies are going to win the division, but I think people are sleeping on the Giants way more than they should. I think there's a lot of really strong things that are moving, and I'm being crazy bold, but even if the Giants don't win the division, I think this is a playoff lock. I think this is a team that can make a lot of strong, a deep, deep run. Remember these Giants teams, 2010, 2012, 2014.
Don't remind me about those. Trust me, I know about those
And I
Giants
know you
teams.
know about those. They have it's something about this Giants team and the way they're run. That's all I'm gonna
I
say.
will actually hop in there real quickly to say that I think you are making a good point. I think the managers they brought in was very good. I don't think they're there yet. I think this is a team that is a piece or so off that could be the team you're talking about. I think the team you're talking about is the Arizona Diamondbacks. I think they're managed very well and they play very well. I think that it's going to take a little bit more, one more off season, I'll say, for the Giants. I think you said the Giants are a playoff lock. I think they're going to be, I think they're a playoff lock projected right now, but I think they still need to make some trades. You need to get a little more players, but I do like this Giants team. I think you're making a lot of very good points. I think they did bring in a lot of good guys. You reminded me of Jorge Soler and Jung Ho Lee, who I mean, they're going to be really important for this team. That's, I believe, the outfield. Devin Conforto is the outfield.
Yeah,
So it's going to be really important to see how they develop this year.
absolutely. Um, Opening day is tomorrow. Get some good sleep tonight. You're gonna need it tomorrow. There's gonna be a lot of fun. Is there March Madness games tomorrow? No.
There is
It
games
is.
tomorrow.
We're gonna have a great day tomorrow. Yankees
Yes.
at 4 o'clock. Well, Mets at 1. I don't really care about the Mets, but it's fun to
No,
watch.
get them nuts. Yankees. Who do the Yankees play? Give me your prediction for the game. We
Yankees
got time.
playing the Astros. Nestor
Ooh, I forgot they're playing.
Cortez,
Ooh.
Nestor Cortez versus Framber Valdez. The Astros are going to take that game. Um, Whatever. It's one game. You'll be fine. Yankees have
I
lost.
mean, I don't know. You say you saw enough from that Soul series to give you all you need to know about the Dodgers.
All here's okay. Okay. I see what we're doing here.
One game is a lot. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna jump in. I hate the
Do
Yankees.
you think Nestor
I,
Cortez is going to outpitch the Houston Astros?
I don't. I don't think so. I think
We're on
that
the
it's
same
you're
page.
really. I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna see how good this lineup really is. I think that he's not gonna be up at the Astros. The Astros are gonna hit a lot of balls off it, and they're gonna score a lot of runs. But the Yankees are now like they're looked at for that lineup. They're looked at for that Stanton, not Stanton, yeah, Stanton, Judge, and Soto. That's what the 4-5-4-3-2. Is that what
Yeah,
it is? Like
probably.
that's gonna be what sets it apart. That you're facing a very good lefty pitcher. You're
Rizzo's
facing
probably 4, actually.
yeah, come on. Juan Soto is the MLB's predicted AO, what's it called, MVP this year.
Yeah.
I think from day one, we're gonna see what type of team the Yankees are gonna be. I think not like the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers are very gonna be very weird this year, especially with the Otani controversy right now. The Yankees are a day one team.
Yeah.
I think we haven't seen Cole yet. We probably won't see peak Rodon until mid-year, but the hitting is gonna
That's what
start
people
day
aren't
one.
talking about. Carlos Rodon, his first few starts were not great, but he's really turned it on. He's looked really strong during spring training. Carlos Rodon, remember, he was a really strong, like low
Do you
two.
think he could be the same player that he was
He's the same
before?
player that he was. I think when you add Garrett Cole, that's
Pre-injury.
really strong.
Pre-injury.
Yes, pre-injury.
Hmm.
I think this is going to be a really strong Yankees rotation. And then Stroman could be that guy as well. Stroman, I think last year he had a really strong year. I think he can make some big noise as well. Cortez, I think you kind of flip a coin. He can either do really well or really poorly. I think if Cortez doesn't have a great year, he's kind of shipped off in my eyes. Um,
Hmm. To add on to that, okay, let's say at trade deadline, Yankees on I guess or what? We'll say second or third place in the division. They're not first
yeah,
place, second or third place.
yeah.
Are you buying or selling at this point at the trade deadline? And who do you go after
You're
at the
always
deadline?
buying. I mean, if you're looking for a playoff push, this Yankees team is going to buy because at this point they're worried about Juan Soto maybe leaving the next year, so they're going to have to buy.
So now
Now,
give me three players that are on the block and three players you want as a Yankee fan for this trade season.
hmm, this is a good question. I have a little bit of a bold one. I think Tim Anderson could be an interesting one.
Hmm,
I think he could be really strong. Pitching wise, ooh, this is going to be bold, but I think maybe a Lance Lynn reunion with the Yankees could be interesting.
interesting. I like that. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one more.
Bregman,
I think
you're not feeling it?
I don't think the Astros would do that. Not with the Yankees at least. I mean, I would like to have Alex Bregman with the Yankees.
Yeah.
DJ LeMahieu has not been doing well recently. He's always hurt and he's not
Mm.
as strong as he was. telling you that DJ LeMahieu 2019, that was a 1 year wonder. I was saying it for so long, and no one, no, 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 he's gonna be one hit wonder. 1 year, one strong year, and then now give him all the money, and he's still got 2 or 3 years left in your contract. I think the last, so Lance Lynn, Tim Anderson. Trying to think of one more.
If you can't think of any, give me the 3 players in the trade block for the Yankees.
On the trade block for the Yankees,
You said Nestor. That's pretty obvious with
Nestor,
Nestor.
I think, is pretty obvious. The Gleyber Torres is always on the trade block for some reason. I don't know why, because I think he's one of the best second basemen in the entire league. But
Do you think they keep Grisham and Verdugo?
I think they would trade Grisham over Verdugo. I think Verdugo is going to hit over 300. So
Real?
yeah,
Wait, we're gonna start that. That is a bold take that I like. Can you
yeah.
please elaborate on that?
I mean, he's been consistent clutch his entire year. Now he's putting himself in Yankee Stadium with a short porch. I mean, come on.
This is the bold takes that I like, Miles. That
Yeah.
is a great take. I love that take. Not the Giants winning the NL West.
Hey, listen, we make bold takes. We don't go soft. Listen, we're gonna go crazy. Um, with that being said, though, that wraps up episode number seven,
Eight,
seven, eight. No,
eight.
eight. I think I started with seven. So this is episode 8. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been an honor, a blessing. We will see you very shortly. We're gonna talk some March Madness. We're gonna talk some baseball. We're gonna talk some basketball. We're gonna talk about sports, man. We're gonna do Miles talk sports. Straight up.
Miles talk sports, and everybody go watch some college baseball. Not college baseball. Actually, watch college
We watch
baseball.
college baseball.
Watch college baseball. Watch opening day baseball. That's tomorrow. I can't be there. Everyone go watch some baseball. I know Miles will be. I know Miles will be watching the Yankees lose, but it's okay. Everybody go watch. Give us takes. We love talking about that stuff. Miles will give you more bold takes. This is gonna be a really fun year, guys. We love baseball here. We love it.
All right. See you guys later.